So we're talking about the 5 ways to find speaking gigs in 2024. And I'm going to be giving you this based off of strategies that I've been able to use with several of my clients the last couple of years, and I've also utilized for myself. This is actually some strategies that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks to make sure that my calendar is full of opportunities for this year. I'm really focusing on, as a speaker, really committing to the process and getting my brand out there, like really growing my brand, growing my voice, and making sure that more people know about me, know about my business, and know about what I'm doing. So number one, the first way, right, to find speaking gigs in 2024 and to really be connected to it is really about you creating your own stage. You creating your own stage. And feel free, y'all, if you ain't got your notebook out yet, this is the time to bring it out so that you can take some notes. But about you creating your own stage. And what I mean by that is oftentimes what I see is that many speakers will spend the majority of their time trying to get on other stages. What I mean by that, like, I really want to speak at a college campus. I really want to speak at this event. And that's great. But how are you utilizing your voice as a speaker consistently and making sure that you're creating your own stage? So what does that look like to create our own stage? One of the ideas that many of my clients do in Speaking for Profit Academy, which is my core program where I work with diverse leaders who want to learn how to grow their speaking business in the next 12 months to 6 figures and above, is that they will create what we call their own live shows or their own live podcasts and events. The number 2 way to find paid speaking gigs in 2024 is to get in conversation with decision makers. And I talk to you about this all the time, right? Throughout the 5-day challenge that I do, throughout my curriculum, going live with y'all on a weekly basis. You've got to get in conversation with decision makers. And oftentimes when I say that, the question that I get from the majority of folks is, what's considered a decision maker? Who's a decision maker, right? So I want you to think about it this way. Depending on your industry, the decision maker is the person who brings in the talent, brings in the speaker, brings in the consultant. The decision maker isn't always the person who's signing the checks, though. So I think about myself. I come from the background of higher education. I actually worked at colleges and universities for almost a decade before I started to do this full time. And I was an assistant director. I also had someone who was under me who was a program manager. Then I had a boss who was a director. Now, the way that I said, sometimes I would be involved with programming, but I would be involved more on a higher level. How do we get more people there? What are the campus partners that we need to invite? But the person who had really the most power on bringing in speakers was that program manager, because they were in charge of the programs that were going to be happening at our LGBT center that I was working at. My director only came in to sign off the check and to say, hey, this is how we pay this person. Right? So for you, thinking about your industry, who's the decision makers that you need to be having conversations with, and how do you get in more conversations? Attention public speakers, coaches, and consultants. Ever dreamt of booking 5-figure speaking and consulting contracts? In just 5 days, I'm teaching my tried and tested system to elevate your speaking and consulting business. Forget the cold emails, bypass the salesy pitches. This challenge is about building genuine high-value connections. And here's a promise I have for you. With a commitment of just 1 to 2 hours a day for 5 days, you're going to witness transformative results. On day 1, you'll learn how to craft a business strategy without cold emails or paying to speak. Day 2 is all about you redefining your profile to attract decision makers ready to invest in your expertise. By day 3, you'll have your very own 5-figure sales system to turn contacts into clients. By day 4, we will have you automating your funnel with proven templates and scripts. And day 5, I'm going to teach you how to master the art of discovery calls with a step-by-step checklist and exclusive 5-figure sales secrets. Whether you're just stepping onto the speaking scene or you're a seasoned pro, this challenge is tailor-made for you. And I'm going to teach you the exact strategies that have helped me help my clients make over $2 million in the last 2 years. The journey to a thriving 5-figure speaking and consulting business begins with this challenge. So are you ready to redefine your limits, accelerate your growth, and bask in the limelight of your success, I want you to join the 5 Days to 5-Figure Speaking Challenge now. Let's rewrite your success story together. Simply head over to speakingforprofit.com. You're going to click that button that says 5 Days to 5-Figure Speaking Gigs so you can get started with the challenge. Can't wait to see you there. Now I'm going to go to number 3, which is apply to speak at conferences and events. There are triple the amount of events that happened last year happening this year. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and literally I was looking up events the other day, and there's an event probably once a week that's happening. So I'm gonna give you some pro tips when you think about applying to conferences. Number one, when you're applying to a conference, they're oftentimes not gonna pay you to be a speaker, especially if you're going to the event the first time. But what you can do is you can go and present a workshop. This is a great opportunity for you to get in front of decision makers, because the majority of the people who are at that conference have some form of professional development that they've been able to utilize to get to the event. And they probably have the decision-making skills and leadership to be able to bring you to their organization. The reason that I'm applying to 100 events is because I want to get out there more, and I want to break out of my local area, not just out of Atlanta, because I've only been here a while, but I have a lot of connections in California. I have a lot of connections to my past career, and I want more people to know about me. And I know conferences and events will allow me to do that, right? So that's the third one. I want you to go online and I want you to find at least 10 conferences, summits, events that you're going to apply to be a speaker at so that more people can know about you, your brand, and your business. Number 4 is I want you to consider this, especially if you have cash flow in your business. If you've been trying to find paid speaking opportunities for a while and you feel like you are hitting your head right against a wall and you're like, I don't know how to do this. I really feel a calling to do it, but I can't figure it out. Or maybe you're getting opportunities, but it's only through referrals, right? It's only people that you know. I want you to think about hiring a coach. Hiring a business coach to be able to support you to develop your business. I am one that really believes in coaching. I have actually 2 coaches. Today, I got off of 2 coaching calls, one with Doug. Shouts out to Doug, who's helping me with building out my 5-day challenge that I've been working on and committing to once a month. And then I have another coach named Danielle Leslie, who's really been supporting me on the back end to learn how to grow my brand through major impact and through adding like ads and various things to my business. So for you, I would suggest you investing in a coach. Like, it could be me. I would love to work with you, especially if we're aligned to work together. But I think that what often happens is that people spend a lot of time working on the foundational things in their business and not implementing because of fear and also because they don't know what to do. So what a coach can give you is the roadmap to success. So no matter what coach you're picking, make sure you do your due diligence when you're looking them up. They're going to have a lot more information and you're going to be able to skip past a lot of those failures so that you could be successful. So you want to hire someone who can support you in your growth. Even if you're getting paid to speak, guaranteed you're probably not charging enough, or you're just not thinking about how you can make more money from that experience. So just think about it. Consider hiring someone that can support you in your growth and support you in your business growth. So the 5th way, right? The 5th way to find paid speaking opportunities in 2024 is having a follow-up process. And I want you to write that down. Follow-up. Having a follow-up process. Follow-up, right? And what I mean by follow-up is if you get an opportunity from an organization, they bring you in to speak. When I get an opportunity, I'm already thinking to myself, if I really enjoy working with this group, if I really enjoy working with this organization, can we do it again? Can we work with each other again? So the way that I have my follow-up process set up is I usually will book a call after the opportunity to get feedback. And this is great anyways, because you want to know how you did. And maybe they can get to fill out your talk about or your survey, right? Oftentimes the organizer of the event didn't get to do that because they're busy trying to help you run the event. So I always schedule a follow-up call with them to talk about my performance, to talk about what are ways that we can work together again, and what are ways I can continue to support them. What I'm usually already thinking about, y'all, also is, can I put together a proposal for them before that call so that I already have some things in my back pocket to say, hey, Jim, hey, Ken, hey, Sarah, this was great. I'm thinking we could work together on this level. I put together some workshops or a proposal of ways that we might be able to continue to collaborate and support one another.